Hello and welcome to session 32 of EOS. We're getting straight back into it with a recap. Whoever does the recap gets an inspiration for the session. Who would like to start?
I can do it. I'm the recap lady, but I do not remember
You are the recap lady.
what happened last session. I am the one that does
So
the
this is gonna
recaps.
go well.
Do you want me to cover this one,
please.
Lav?
I actually have completely blanked. Oh my god,
Okay.
It's been a while.
I got
Yeah,
you.
I'm sorry.
So, in the last session, the party had just recovered from a grand battle with slaves of the Executioner and a gigantic lunar dragon. Pardon. After the battle, the party recuperated, revived one said Kaiden after a very quick death, and licked their wounds, to be more specific. Sinza had found company in, correct me if, is her name Iris? I forget, I apologize. Yes. Found company in Iris and sort of confided in her quite a bit. Kaiden sort of just looked after his grove. Just took everything in, talked to his sister, and had a beautiful ceremony laying his mother to rest. Duncan sort of got a feel for everyone in the group and began to understand how we functioned, how high valued we were, how easily angered we were. And Sinza and Lyre had a very intense chat with each other. Lyre also checked in on Arvi and told him of his plans with the siphon. Confided in him with a few things. And in the morning, after a rest, the party gathered together to learn that Iris had tracked where the Executioner was headed. To a familiar location, one Kaiden knows very well. The Lair of 𝘏𝘏𝘏𝘬𝘮. So, gathering supplies, getting ready.
Yeah.
I'm not done.
Okay.
Gathering supplies. Gathering supplies, getting ready. Toby, I'm going to hand it back to you.
Bruh. Okay.
Love you.
Take your inspiration for the session.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
After a little bit of time of you guys gathering supplies and getting yourselves prepped to leave, you did get some stuff done with Bayla that I believe she gave to you last session. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I have the brain capacity of a goldfish and can't remember. So I hope so.
Lyre got his siphon back. I know that.
Yeah.
On a design of it for improvements. I don't really remember the second half of the session.
The siphon got done,
Mm-hmm.
and handed back to you. I don't
Did you guys-
believe...
Did anyone get
No.
armor or infuse their weapon with it at all?
Nobody actively spoke to her about that. But it will be waiting for you when you get back anyway, if you go back that way. So, not the end of the world. So if there was nothing else anyone wants to do in town...
Oh, I wanted to see if Arvi had a Dispel Magic scroll I could borrow.
I think Arvi said that they were looking for it. So you spoke to them earlier in the morning, and asked them if you want to wait a little bit and then go back and see him before you leave, or if you can do that.
I'll check in there just before we take off.
Is there anything else anyone else is doing, or is that you are just prepping and heading out? See the smile on Jade's face, and that worries me. What does that mean?
Could I still have some meat left over from...
What, the anaphylaxis meat? Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna...
You still have like a kebab of this stuff left over.
Is that it? Is that all that I was able to get from it? Can I get was there any
You make rations out of it.
What if I
Say that you've made a handful of rations.
Okay.
It's mostly relatively toxic, so I mean, not many people opted to eating it. And I mean, your response to it kind of proved them right.
It's just weakness leaving the body.
Yes, an allergic reaction, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that again.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to know. So it's safe to say that my rations, like, how many of them are the tainted rations and how many of them are the actual rations?
So you got about 5 rations out of that. So you got quite a bit, and dried it. But whether or not it's gonna have the same response while it's dried, you don't know.
Then what my character is doing is packaging their rations the entire time.
Just carefully wrapping them up. Kaiden, are you doing anything?
I think he's just preparing. He's still processing a lot of the events that have happened.
Yeah.
I think he's eager to start traveling.
Okay. Sinza, are you doing anything before we get to Lyre?
No, I think Sinza's probably just like helping Kaiden collect supplies if needed. Yeah, she's just kind of helping him out.
Okay. Lyre, it's been about sort of like an hour and a half maybe since you spoke with Arby last. You head back into his study, and you can see he's like trying to scroll something down on a scroll. He's got like a few books open, and he's like trying to write something down.
Lyre will just go.
You see Arby kind of look up at you. Working on it.
Sorry to put pressure. How long?
What level is the spell magic? Is it a second level?
I believe it's a second or a third level spell. Yeah, third level.
Third level. You can see he's got sort of a variety of different things out on the table that are bits of research, some sort of like some gems that have kind of been put out that he's using to try and help imbue the scroll. You can tell he's not used to working with scrolls. This is not his thing. I think it'll work.
Can I have a look
Sure.
over it, see if there's any aspects of it missing, any incorrect runes or anything like that?
Yeah, roll me an Arcana check.
Gladly. Nope. Eleven.
I mean, looks like a spell scroll.
I mean, it looks good.
Great, because I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm sure it'll be fine. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just die.
Let's hope you don't know No, don't do that. Please.
I'll be okay, Avi.
Okay. He kind of awkwardly rolls it up, passes it over to you.
Take
I
it.
think it'll work.
He just gives a nod and just turns on a heel and goes.
Okay. As you all begin to head out of town and move into the Draui Green. Kaiden, are you leading the charge? Because you know where you're going. For the most part.
Yes. Kaiden knows
For
where
the
he's
most
going.
part.
He's been there
Yeah.
before. He knows this.
Can I offer Kaiden the help action?
Yeah.
I did
Kaiden.
travel a little bit through the Draui Green with Kaiden. Last time that we were in the Draui Green, we crossed the same rock 3 times. Yeah, we did last time. I mean, this might be good
We
actually. Why
wound
don't we do
up
that
at
again?
arsehole.
Just get us lost.
I know the forest like the back of my hand. Wait, that's new. That's not supposed to be there.
Wait, that's not supposed to be there. Yeah, okay, so Kaiden, roll me a survival check. That's advantage.
Oh boy. Where's my plus quickly? I'm stupid.
Duncan, could you roll me a history check as well?
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. History, yes, please. Ooh. Okay. So, Kaiden and Sinza, as you're beginning to kind of lead the charge, you get deeper and deeper into Draui Green, where the trees start to kind of reach up maybe 60, 70 feet above you. These gigantic monoliths in the woods that have such a thick canopy that only shreds of light are beginning to kind of make their way through, getting quite deep into the Draui. And as much as you consider things to be familiar, certain sort of waypoints almost, a lot of the Draui looks the same. You are able to kind of manage your way, for the most part, until Duncan, you recall that this kind of straight line that you're traveling, you're going to pass straight through a section of what is now considered to be 𝘏𝘪𝘧𝘵 territory. Do you say anything?
I'm gonna just. I will let the party. Well, sorry, my brain farted. It might have been the anaphylactic meat stuff, but crossing into your territory is not a bad thing, is it? It's just, hey guys.
I mean, you're on the absolute outskirts, and there's a running theme of like when things go in there, some things just don't come back out.
I have a question. Can I roll an insight check on
Knox
and Kaiden to see if they're like really hopeful? Sinza and Kaiden to see if they're like really into this. Like they're like, you know, it's just like watching kids. Like, we're gonna go get lost in the woods. I just want. Can I roll an insight check to see would I kill the mood if I
would I kill the mood?
Listen, dude. I'm trying not to cause any issues with the party, okay? So if they're like into it, I'm not gonna be a dick. Oh, good heavens! That's a 16.
16. With a 16, what on Kaiden and Sinza does Duncan read? Like what kind of what are you guys outwardly expressing right now? What do you feel in this moment?
I think Kaiden is. I think he's just kind of looking around at the moment, and he's looking up in the trees. It looks like he's just like looking for stuff to collect or honey. Probably he's probably looking for hives to collect extra honey. He's like, "Where's the bees?"
He seems pretty like happy then, right? Like pretty.
Yeah, just very neutral. Just travel.
Okay. Sinza?
Sinza watching. As soon as Kaiden kind of veers off the track, you see her reach a hand up for his like forehead and kind of turn it in the direction they're supposed to be going. Like she's very a kind of I guess giving off a bit of a protective aura at the moment, being back in the Draui with Kaiden. She seems like happy traveling. There's a little bit of tenseness in her body language, but besides that, she's giving off pretty happy vibes.
Damn. What's Lyre doing? Is he like in the back of the party? Is he?
I think he's sort of a few steps behind Kaiden and Sinza. He seems a bit on high alert. He's
perfect.
He's been anxious since you met him, so
I'm gonna just not wanting to disturb the peace between Kaiden and Sinza, considering that Kaiden just lost his mom, and well, Sinza's been through a lot. Duncan is going to choose the most high alert person because they're already on high alert anyway. And of course, it should be Lyre. Duncan's going to be like, excuse me. He's like a bit awkward. He has this like harpoon gun by his side. He's just sort of like, Mr. Lyre, a quick moment.
What?
Don't want to kill the mood between those two, but we're about to cross into 𝘏𝘪𝘨𝘩 territory. Just
Stop.
hey, cool.
Huh? What?
Our companion Duncan here says we're about to enter 𝘏𝘪𝘨𝘩's territory, and I think we should avoid that at all costs.
Everyone roll me a perception check.
I was gonna say, do I see any color leaching in this area? Do I see like the grayscale?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, wait.
16.
Ooh.
15.
16, 15, 26, and
21.
the ranger has a sight like.
God.
Kaiden, was that a 15? Did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Lyre,
Get out of my
Duncan,
face,
and
Duncan!
Sinza.
Why did the
Bro,
predator
chill,
just into
bro,
chat?
chill.
I feel like Jay doesn't know how to turn it back. There we go.
Think, Lyre, think. You've got Lyre, Duncan, and Sinza. As Duncan points it out, you're noticing that the area you're in is definitely less saturated. It's still green, but it's a little duller than you're used to. And Duncan and Sinza, you can both see a few kind of white leaves on trees and sections of almost greyed moss. Kind of off to the left of you. So you are like borderline of the grove's influence as it is spread out from this epicenter. Kaiden, you're not particularly aware of that. You're just like, oh, we should probably not go through that space. That sounds like a good idea. There's a beehive.
Ooh. Where's the beehive?
It's not particularly far down the tree. It's almost settled under one of the roots that is kind of curving up above your head. So it's just kind of hanging there. Kaiden just starts going off and starts climbing a root.
Kaiden,
Yeah. I'm trying to get some extra honey.
you shush me?
The bees.
What?
Bees.
I'm not even talking that loud. Are they like gonna wake up or something?
Well, I don't know. I don't want the same thing that happened in that shop to happen here.
Yeah, but you're the one that attacked. You were the
Oh.
bees.
Oh, I should be fine then.
Oh, okay. Since it just stands under the tree to catch Kaiden if he falls.
He's gonna take a little. I'm sure he's done it before, but I don't know how successful he's gonna be. If he has a spare jar on him.
You roll. You do you speak to the bees? You have speech of the woods.
Oh yeah, I can speak to the bees. Gentle knock on the hive. Oh, Mrs. Bees. All the bees. Could you spare a schmack of honey, please?
A schmack.
A schmack of honey.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay, that's not bad. Please tell me I have a plus on persuasion.
I want to flick a stone at
It's a
that
12.
beehive so bad.
I think it's good since I've got +0. I think that's a good roll.
A 12, okay.
Against
The
bees.
hive begins to kind of vibrate.
Uh-oh.
It seems like the bees are not particularly thrilled at the concept of you just showing up and asking for honey. I mean, they're not attacking you, but they're not happy about it.
I could offer some moss. If you give me just a little bit of honey. Okay, I'm leaving now. Alright, bye. Singing just a...
It's just getting like more aggressive.
Yeah,
the longer you
so
spend
they
there.
said no.
You can always come back later if you want, but maybe try
Yeah,
another
I
beehive.
mean, maybe I'll bring them some flowers and then they'll trade some honey.
We don't want what happened last time. You stuck your hand in a beehive.
No, well, I also didn't want to get my hand stuck in a hive again.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I thought we needed a bit more honey because it could help with like burns. So,
How much honey do you have on you at the moment?
well, three little jars of honey.
That's not too bad.
Oh yeah, but
You can get some more.
Yeah.
Try a friendlier hive.
oh yeah, I'll try another. I'll knock on the next hive I see if they've got any
Yeah.
spare honey.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to detour slightly in order
Uh-huh.
to get around this kind of border, so that you're not passing straight through the edge of this territory and alerting Sully to your presence. So you begin to kind of veer off. Duncan, are you leading the charge now in order to get around that?
Yep. I'm eating my
Okay.
normal rations.
Yeah, the normal rations, okay.
Ken's eating his
Can you
meat
roll me a survival check then, please?
Okay. Just gonna hurt.
Can I help out, keeping an eye out for more of Svali's influence?
Yeah, roll me an advantage, bud.
Okay.
Whilst Lyre is diligently helping you out.
I got
So
21.
we'll take the 21. Yeah, I'll take the 21. So you're kind of beginning to kind of move towards the front of the pack, whilst Lyre's staying near the back and kind of keeping an eye out around. Lyre, now that you're looking at them, you're definitely noticing this kind of almost like a hard edge. Like you can tell where that border is. Because some of the leaves look like they're not there. They're made of this kind of static. They look barely kind of physical. It looks like if you stepped into it, perhaps that happens to people too. Some of the leaves just vanish. They kind of turn to static and then they're gone. Others kind of pop into existence. It's almost like reality isn't quite the same within that border.
Are we sort of like skirting around the border of this thing? Looking in towards her domain, do I feel anything at all? Is there a reminiscent energy? Do I sense anything? Is it just like a dread? Like what's
It's like
the
a pit in your stomach, definitely. It's almost it feels like you're being watched. You're not sure by what. You feel like if it was something you recognized, whether it be Svali, the Waiting Dark, something along those lines, you'd recognize it. But it just feels like you're being watched. Almost the same sensation you got when you were in the Voiceless Grove. And the druids were watching you all quite closely when you were there last. Who has the pebbles from Svali's trial?
I think we all have one still.
Kaiden has Ymir's and Kaiden's.
Mm.
Lyre and Sinza, you still have yours.
It's a change shock.
You can feel it getting warmer in your pocket as you're close to that domain.
Is it still, like, if I pull it out of my pocket, is it still like the same color?
Same color. It's almost acting like an indicator.
Oh, it's like a beacon.
No.
for
Living
what?
The simulation. Calm down.
I could go for some bacon right now.
Mm. You should ask Kaiden. I'm sure he carries around bacon.
He's a boar.
That's the joke, Tobias.
Oh, what,
You gonna eat Kaiden?
you gonna eat what? What did you say? What?
Nothing. No, it's fine. Don't worry. No, it's okay.
I don't think anyone ever told Kaiden what's in sausages.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Snouts.
They've had breakfast in multiple places.
As you begin to peel off from the border and the colour begins to seep back into the world around you, that warmth on that stone begins to fade. Lyre, what's your passive perception?
Oh, fuck. 11.
Would you with an 11? What's your passive investigation, actually? What's that?
15.
15. Yeah, that makes sense. As you
Smart.
are walking, you kick something. It's quite heavy. Kind of stub your toe.
Fuck.
And it's a pretty large, maybe like palm-sized chunk of stone with a carving on it.
Kick it over so I can see the carving.
It is a rune of transmutation.
I'll look around. Is there anything else in this area?
You see a few more, kind of scattered, covered in moss, obviously lost to time. This almost like limestone white rock. It's not native to this area. Limestone's native to the mountains. As you're kind of looking around, you're also noticing red flowers everywhere. They're starting to pop up more and more. You're starting to see these flowers that you recognize.
Yeah.
You've seen these before. You went and gathered them.
These were protected by the boar, not the boars, the bear,
By
bears
bears.
or something?
You
We're in werebear
recall
territory.
Iris telling you that they grow in places where either blood has been spilt or there is a high concentration of transmutation magic.
Lyre will pick a few of the flowers. Can I recognize what runes the spell might have come from?
Some of the runes are kind of split in half, like they're not evenly pieced out. But they're starting to become more and more obvious. The more like these stones are kind of cropping up, the more the rest of you are beginning to see them as well. These kind of large chunks of almost like debris. If something has been destroyed here or destroyed in this area.
You're just gonna pick up a rock. That looks like a cool rock.
Into the pocket.
In the pocket.
Jade?
Is there anything from my knowledge as Duncan that I could use in this situation? I'd be more specific, but I'm still navigating this character, so if I could get a little bit of help.
Let's say roll me a history check.
Okay, thank you.
Or an arcana. One of those two.
Oh, they're the same thing, but you know what? We're gonna go with history, because history is real good. Oh!
You're rolling well.
Holy fuck, I'm gonna roll like shit in combat.
The first thing you recognize, because you've learnt this as part of, I'd say, the grove you're a part of. You're a one-man grove. As part of your study, you looked into a lot of the history of Sith, specifically the First Era. You're in the Third Era now. So the First Era was a very tumultuous time. They had a fucking gigantic war that caused the reconstruction of the world because the gods decided, no, mortals are fucking terrible, and then nuked everyone and started again, which is what the Second Era was. But there are still remnants of the First Era and the Great War. And artifacts of the First Era still exist and this is quite reminiscent of something that was built in the First Era.
This area, or is it
these kinds of stones that you're seeing? The architecture, the quality of the stone reminds you of something that might have been built in the First Era. It's kind of trailing off to one side. It would be slightly out of your way to go and investigate it, but it's not particularly far off.
With my previous 26 in perception, is there anything that might be remotely alarming other than the fact that we are stumbling across First Era sort of would you say arcane items? I wouldn't say technology.
Yeah, technology. They had more, what's the word? Advanced technology than you do nowadays.
Gotcha.
So this sort of stuff is like, think like the Dwemer from Skyrim. You're looking at like, this could be the remnants of a historical site. In terms of what you're looking at, you're not quite sure what this could be, so you're not sure whether or not to be alarmed of it.
Okay.
But for the most part, First Era sort of monuments tend to be lacking in magic. If anything, it might be somewhere to stay for the night.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can I pick up a stone and just at like First Era, and I'll just be like, I'll do an NPC line and just pick up the rock and be like, First Era relics. That's nice.
You know.
Ouch. It's a dolphin. I'm a dolphin now, guys.
You're a dolphin now. The fishman.
But I'm going to say that loud enough for anyone to hear, so that way I can add some context. Must have been the wind or something.
Must have been.
Kane is just collecting rocks he thinks are different from his collection. He's like, oh, there's a cool marking on it in the collection.
Are you heading towards where this kind of conglomeration of stones are, or are you staying on the map?
I want to try and investigate it slightly, because if it is potentially a safe place, even though we're still, we're like mid-trek? Are we half?
Yeah, you're like maybe about half a day. It's starting to reach maybe about 5 in the afternoon.
Okay.
You've been traveling quite a long time.
Then I think it would be nice to have a place to fall back on. So if we do overextend ourselves, we can double back, or in any place. Having a safe area in general and knowing about is probably helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and, after pocketing the First Era sort of rune thing, I'm going to go look over to the rest of the party, like sort of putting my harpoon gun over my shoulder. And I'm going to be like, usually when there's a whole bunch of these relics around, there's a slight chance that there might be an area of safety. You mind if I sort of take a look up ahead, see if I can find something? I won't go too far, just enough to know what we're dealing with.
Did you want us to come with you, or do you just want to?
I mean, if you want, I don't want to overextend, you know. So
are these like protective stones?
Is it more protective, or is it just the lack of magic is what makes it safe?
If it was protective, it'd probably be more aligned to abjuration.
Okay.
But transmutation is an interesting one. You've not seen that before. None of these stones are charged. There's no magic in them. They just have these runes on them.
So, about the area being safe, how do I respond? Do I just...
It's not that it's. I mean, if it's lacking magic, no matter what runes are on it, it seems likely that this place is fine. Question mark.
Fucking question mark me, you son of a bitch.
It's your call. You could go and investigate it, and then you could leave if you don't think it's safe.
I'll do you one fucking better. I just remember I can do this. I'm gonna elevate its sight. I can do it at will.
Okay, yes, you can. So this invisible sensor moves, I believe it's 150 feet above you.
Yep.
I think anyone that's looking at at Duncan sees that kind of black kind of starry stare on their eyes, as like the blue of their kind of pupils and iris just kind of vanishes, and you see ahead of you quite a large structure that is in pieces, mostly put together, surprisingly. It's strange. You're looking at it and it seems to have almost like these discs that move over it in different directions, and this sort of center podium.
So it's like a large structure up ahead, basically, like a big one. Can I make any sort of rolls to determine what kind of structure it is? Maybe a history, or is it too far off?
Say roll me an Arcana if you're trying to figure it out.
Okay, give me 1 second. Arcana. Yeah, I want to be as useful as I can be right now. Well, it was bound to happen one day. That's going to be 11.
You don't recognize this kind of structure.
But it's magical. It's magical.
It used to channel magic in some capacity. Perhaps it could still, but you're not sure.
When I'm in the state, I can still talk to my party members, correct?
Yeah, you just can't see you can't see them. You can still hear them as well.
Okay, I'm gonna look over the direction of the party. I think I might have found the source of all of these stones. I'm going to point in the direction of where they are, where the structure is. Something magical in nature. Not my thing. It could be one of yours. Pull the plug.
How far?
Oh, I'm
How
joking.
far
Yeah.
off?
Could I say what? Like maybe about 100,
Maybe
200
like
feet?
yeah, like 100 feet, maybe ahead of you. It's not
So like 100 feet, 100 feet north.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, about 100 feet north.
All right. Lyre's going to point and click, and Icarus is going to appear.
Meow.
Hey, buddy.
Meow.
I need you to go and check something out for me. Let me know when you get there, and I will see through your eyes, okay?
He purrs, kind of wraps around
Give
your
him a
foot,
scritch.
and then begins to skedaddle off into the woods.
I'm going to keep
Give
my
him a
eyes
lump.
above.
Doesn't take long for you to get the kind of signal from Icarus that he's nearby and he's found something.
Lyre will turn to Kaiden. I'm about to go blind and deaf for a moment, so
Oh,
just make sure I don't fall over anything.
you want to sit on my shoulder?
No.
Oh. Well,
Actually, Jade, I'm going to move you to this map so you can see what you're looking
Yeah, I've got a drone up. Oh Jesus!
And I'll Lyre will blink, and you'll see his eyes sort of turn to cat eyes before they fade over, and I'll transfer into Icarus's eyes.
This is what you see.
What do I see? It's loading. This is. Do I know what that is?
I'm in Arcana check.
Can I provide assistance if my eyes pelt him over and over
14
again?
plus 9.
Oh,
He wouldn't be able to hear you anyway. 14 plus 9. Okay, so you're
23?
looking at 23. I mean, that you're looking at the runes, and some of them still kind of flicker with the tail, the leftover of magic. The best you can equate that to is a teleportation circle. But it looks old. It looks like no circle you've seen in this era.
Lyre will blink back, and you'll see his eyes come back, and he'll reach for his book and open it and start flicking through pages. And I'm going to flick to the page that I have the spell teleportation circle. Are there matching sigils and runes and
Yeah.
on a
Yeah,
much
they
less
line-
grander scale, obviously, but
They line up, yeah.
Icarus, come back. He'll just sort of say to his over his shoulder.
You hear, after a little while, you hear just like, and a pair of like paws kind of appears out, and you see the tail kind of up in the air, and he comes and purrs around Sinza's feet. Meow.
Lyre will sort of take a moment, then look around. Master Duncan, you can come back.
I'll eyes come back.
Up ahead, the structure Duncan is talking about is a very old teleportation circle. I don't know if it still works, or if it's functional, or if it's damaged beyond repair, but Kaiden, this could be our way home for you, constantly.
This tower thing?
It's not a tower, it's almost like, I guess in a sense it's somewhat of a grove, but it's an ancient circle that is made for people to arrive here.
I mean, it's a bit far, but
It's half a day's travel from your home.
well, I mean,
Was
yeah,
there an old grove or something here once?
there's lots of groves that have come and gone. I don't know. It's a bit on the border for well, the Draui Green has its own vampire clans. It's a bit on the border for one of those, but they've never bothered us before.
Right. It is getting dark soon.
Yeah.
Selfishly, I would very much love to look at this place.
Yeah.
Maybe make it a possible way home for us outside of the coin.
Whilst it's inactive, it also seems relatively closed off, so it might be a good place to camp down for the night.
Like, do these rocks seem dangerous or important to you? The ones with the ruins?
No, it seems like their magic died out a long time ago.
Okay.
I do have 17 of them.
Oh.
He's just got this lump in his breastplate where he keeps just fucking shoving them in.
Well, they've got slightly different ruins. They look cool. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it, Mr. Lyre. They're just transmutation stones that don't have any more.
Well, maybe we could collect enough that you could use them somewhere.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yep.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
But look, I'm happy to make camp there, but group vote, do we want to keep moving? What do we want to do?
I think we could
It's
make camp.
it's gonna get dark soon. Better finding somewhere a little safer to camp.
There.
Do you head
Sweet.
forward to this circle? Okay.
I don't know the way you said that.
I'll kill anything.
Dexterity
here. I want
saving
this
throw.
circle.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fitting in my pocket.
No, you're
don't
not
know.
stealing this one, Kaiden.
If we had the
Sorry,
bag
bud.
of holding,
Break it, I break you. Look.
As you kind of pull forward and you're met with this gigantic structure, The first thing you notice is that sections of it have like collapsed. They could be probably repaired. Some of the runes have been split in two. That's probably why this circle doesn't work, because it needs quite a bit of TLC, let's say. But for the most part, this seems like a nice area. It's quiet. Doesn't seem like there's an awful lot of foot traffic around here, because it's kind of off in the middle of the fucking deep-ass woods, and no one really travels this deep. Or if they do, they don't tend to spend too long here.
Lyre, like a kid in a candy store, is gonna like jog up to that centerpiece, Toby, and see if there is like runes for the teleportation circle on there, or something like a sigil or anything.
There's a dial.
Like a sundial? You wanna buy a sundial?
Not necessarily a sundial, but like something that it looks like with enough force you could probably turn it. It has 4 kind of points in different directions, and as you're following these points, you're seeing kind of a mossy, very overgrown path, and this gate at the end of it. There's almost this structure, this almost diamond-like structure on the end of each of these 4 points. It looks like you can turn it when it was active, and it would open almost like a door through these gates, and that's how the teleportation circle would work.
Right. I'll pull out my book again and look at my teleportation circle spell. All the runes on like the arching things and the cracked stones, are they all matching up to the same kind of spells, or are these runes I haven't seen before?
They seem to line up. It seems that the magic of even old magic like this from another era has not changed much.
Lyre's just gonna like smile and stand and just sort of look around him and just be in awe for a while.
Duncan.
I want to try and figure out why nothing has tried to has anyone tried to make a camp here before? Has anyone ever? Does it look like there's perception? Please, perception. Yeah, because I want to figure out why this is just too convenient for me. God damn it, 12.
Wow. I mean, there are sections of like the grass that are off of the stone that are slightly burnt, sort of the leftover remnants of perhaps a camp. But it seems pretty old. Like no one's been here in a long time, or at least no one stays here.
Can I try and make an investigation to see as to why? I mean, other than
Yeah, roll me an investigation.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm playing the opposite of you, Mirror. I'm being very fucking like, I don't know, this is...
No, be on top of it. Fuck it. I know.
This seems too convenient.
Can I walk, not so much in the circle itself, but can I walk the perimeter? I just want to check the outside area of everything, since it's just kind of looping around.
Roll me a perception check, Sinza. With that investigation, Duncan, there's you feel almost like something like a shiver that perhaps you're not alone here, but maybe it's something you can't see. Perhaps they make themselves known specifically sometimes, but not all the time. Maybe that was a deterrent. Sinza, as you're kind of making the loop round, on the far kind of left-hand side, you're seeing these like empty, what looks like wells, like bowls, that have mostly filled with rainwater, have a couple of lily pads in them. Some birds are kind of washing in them. It seems that these were once a part of this structure, but have now been repurposed by nature. for the most part, this place seems fine. And then you see something kind of at the base of one of the trees. It's a man-made structure. It looks not relatively recent. It's pretty old, but it's a bit of stone and then a kind of chunk of wood that's been stuck into the ground.
Can I walk over to it and just like kind of pop a squat? Just like bend my knees.
Kind of wipe some of the moss off the stone.
I
There used to be words carved onto it. Used to be. They're written in a language you don't recognize.
Who would know the most languages? Oh, it might be Druidic. Kaiden,
Yeah.
can you come have a look at this for me?
Yeah. What are you looking at?
She hands him the moss that she's collected, and then points to
the dog little.
As you kind of bimble over.
Yeah, she just points to the words.
As you look at it, Kaiden, it's 𝘏𝘪𝘨. It's the old tongue.
I can read.
And you can read that because you were taught to read that. So you kind of wipe your hand over it, and it's a gravestone.
What does it say?
What does it say?
The name is too faded to read, but it says, "The creator deserves to live with their creation."
Oh.
I will relay that to Sinza. Have you seen any other graves around here?
His head kind of perks up and her little ears do a radar, and she kind of looks around for any other gravestones.
As you look around, you can see a couple more scattered.
I kind of want to. Can I see what they all say, just for brevity's sake? I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Just to, so the DM.
As you go with Kaiden,
yeah.
and kind of off.
What's
Kaiden,
all the names
one of them
of the
reads. One of them
what's
reads
every person's?
Creator's Apprentice.
Is there a name?
No. It's again too faded to read. Another one reads, "Built from the ground up."
I'm getting a really bad vibe about this place.
I feel kind of peaceful. I don't know why. I feel. I don't know. It's someone's piece of art, I guess. Their mark on the land.
It's their art, and they put graves around it.
You said one of them was the maker?
And then they buried all the apprentices here.
Well, maybe they passed away and wanted to be buried with their creation. When you pass away, Kaiden, would you want to be buried with your rocks?
I think you've just given him that moment where, like, a 5-year-old becomes self-aware that they're gonna die.
Oh, no.
He's just like, one second.
I mean, Kaiden did die. So
Yeah, but it's just that, like, he brought that back to him where he's like, oh yeah. Oh,
shit.
I haven't really.
God's forbid
thought
anytime
about-
soon, but
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that much.
I think, I don't know, there's something about it that feels kind of right. Maybe it's just me. My old soul.
I don't know. I don't know, I've got a bad feeling. I don't know why, just... So, feels
If you've
off.
got a bad feeling and you don't want to stay here, we can find somewhere else to camp if you want.
Stay. I'm just probably gonna stay closer to the forest edge if we're sleeping.
Yeah, that's fine. What's Duncan doing? What are you doing, Duncan?
Your mom.
Uh,
I think, is there an elevated position in which I could be climbed up into, tucked away? I don't want to climb up with a statue because Lyre's having a, oh my god, like a mage moment. I don't want to ruin that. Like, it's like standing on like an artifact. That's kind of fucked up. Is there an area where I can get, I don't need to rely on my elevated sight, but just an area I can scout out? Maybe, I don't know. Let me see if I can even do that. Let me check. Let me even, I think it'd be funny if I made the attempt where I can stealth. Is something, is
Sorry, hello, could you repeat that for me?
there's something here. Something is clearly here, watching or maintaining this place. There's evidence of the campfire. This seems either too good to be true, or there's more to it than what is known. I'd like to see if I can stealth over to a tree and climb up and hide, and basically just to keep an eye out on things, because there's the thing to make themselves known is
Yeah,
concerning,
roll me
and
stealth check.
also 16.
16. So you find your way into a tree. Watching Duncan climb a tree is an interesting feat. This man is built for swimming, not climbing. So he just kind of makes his way up. He's also fucking massive. So you know it's not easy to make his way up, but you are able to do it. And as you kind of settle in the tree and have a sit and a look out, the only things you really see are the party members, a few butterflies, a flicker of magic still in this circle. Some of the runes trying to light themselves, but without enough of a source. There's a too much of a broken section of this circle for it to reignite on its own.
Can I determine where?
I mean, it's a pretty large chunk of it has collapsed.
Never mind. That was obvious.
With a bit of work, you could probably push it back up and affix it in place. You may have to recarve some of the runes to make them clearer, but it could be fixed.
Could I get some good Lyre points? I'm going to dedicate myself to that task and try and fix this artifact. Because you just described to me my thick, chunky, voluptuous ass climbing this tree, clapping into the wind as trying to stealth. There's no point, right? So I'm going to go ahead and with my
you were pretty stealthy, but like only when you were in the tree. Like you blended in quite well.
With my voluptuous cheeks, I want to try and use my strength to help push these things back into place because I'm a G.
Does anyone have a way of securing the stone?
I do.
Do you have mending?
Shit. Give me 1 second.
It will take some time, but mending would work. If you have other methods, or if you want to pitch something to me, we'll see if it works.
I got you. Hear me out. Hear me out. What's your Venmo? Can I use... Because I'm a druid, right? And could I and I'm a one man. Oh, technically, it's transmutation. It wouldn't work because it's a one creature, but it has the word earth in it, and I'm willing to sacrifice a second level to do it. And so I got two things: either I earthbind, or I use entangle, and you find in the goodness of your heart to be kind to me during these trying times. I'm
Roll
trying to
me
be
an
helpful.
Arcana check.
Fuck. I blow up the fucking artifact. Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah,
I'm like,
guidance yourself.
don't worry, I got an idea. Guidance. Okay, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. And then I'm gonna roll Arcana. Please, please, please.
Can I help from the other side of this area miles away?
I want to do something. I want to do something nice. I want to do something nice for the party. That's
Okay, a 13. With a bit of scrap metal, you could probably use heat metal to secure it.
I don't have any scrap metal on me. I'm gonna wait. I do. Can be scrap metal, or can I take something metal and just?
You can take something metal and use it to fuse it.
I'm gonna take my scimitar.
Okay.
That should, because I would use my hand axe, but that's nearly
You
not
also got
enough
harpoon
metal.
ammo. You could probably use the harpoon ammo.
No. I need it. I see what you're doing, you warlock. I'm gonna use my scimitar.
Okay. So the rest of you are watching Duncan, kind of struggling to shift one of these much larger pieces, and then pushing the scimitar down, casting heat metal, and watching it kind of fuse into the stone, as it turns almost white hot as you're melting the metal. You're effectively trying to add sort of a steel insert to hold this stone up for the time being. And it may not be the most structurally sound because it's not an awful lot of metal, but it might hold it. I need you to roll me a strength check, Jade, as you're trying to haul the stone up.
Let me fuck me.
Yeah, you're bending your back too much. You just can't pick this thing up. It's fucking heavy.
If I see him struggling, can I slowly make my way over and offer an assistance?
Time for the fucking tanks to
Bring out the
go
guns.
hauling.
Yeah, I'll say this. It's just Duncan's gonna be like, I bend with my back, not with
Yeah, I
my
was going to
knees.
say you bend with your back or your knees. Duncan. Oh god.
Ooh, I feel the cold of the sea. It hurts.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Do you want
Can I
some help?
yeah, please, that'd be very helpful.
Yep. Sinza bends with her knees.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
one-
right.
Osha.
I get
She's gonna help.
advantage.
Sinza, are you a strength-based character? Please,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, fucking do it.
Want me to do it?
I'm dexterous as fuck. I'm not built for this.
Yeah. With advantage?
Please,
Yes.
please.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker. Toast.
You hear
Please.
a pop sound. Something pops in Sinza's back, and she's like, oh.
Wait.
Oh.
No, don't worry. Hang on.
Hey, are you
Shit,
guys
hold on.
okay over there?
Kaiden, help! Help us, Kaiden!
Oh, fuck, okay.
I'm doing
He's
this.
coming in to help
It's a
now.
big rock.
You're watching three idiots
Here's the
struggling to pick
Terminator
up
runner.
a large chunk of rock.
And I'm gonna be
I
like,
need
okay, lift with your back. I mean, your legs, your back,
No,
your legs.
knees.
Knees weak, arms are
Bend.
heavy, vomit on
Spaghetti?
stretching already.
He's just gonna live. He's gonna
Go,
use
Kaiden.
everything.
Okay, Kaiden, roll me a strength check with advantage, please.
I swear to God, if you get a 1,
First one was
don't
shit.
just
Okay.
kill us. Just kill us.
Come on.
The one
it's just
person
straight-
with inspiration this session is the wizard.
17.
Please,
Yeah.
don't break,
17.
please don't break the rocks. I need this.
It's gonna be too much. He's like,
Three of you.
oh shit.
With the three of you
yeah.
lifting it, you're able to kind of push it up. Kaiden gets kind of below it and squats and like puts his arms above his head and then uses the force of his legs to kind of push it up from the bottom.
It's just
While
ball
the two of
muscle.
you are keeping it
Yeah.
stable. And as it kind of reaches the right point, Duncan casts heat metal again to kind of hold that section of stone in place. And it looks stable. I mean, it's not going anywhere. When you let go of it, it doesn't fall on top of you. It would probably kill you if it landed on top of you. That's probably not a great idea, but it seems stable. There's another flicker as the circle tries to reignite itself and still can't. Those runes still need some work.
I'm gonna
How does Lyre look?
What's Lyre doing?
Watching, after seeing that travesty.
Lyre is not actually paying attention to any of you guys. Lyre is sitting in the center of the circle with his back to the medium post and he's drawing in his book. He's gone full Lyre research mode. Like he's
Full
hunched over
Lyetism.
drawing.
Here we go.
Yep. But Toby, am I able to, looking at the runes and going back towards my spell itself, can I start sketching out how these runes are meant to look, if any of them are meant to be connected in any way, if the magic flows through them in any specific way that needs to connect and transfer through the ground or through each rune, or
Arcana
I'm
check
trying to
for me,
draw
please.
the circle in my book, basically.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Arcana check, please.
It's cocked. It's not the best. It's 9 plus 9, 18.
18. As you're kind of looking at it, you have to kind of get up and follow some of the runes in order to get an idea. And you're noticing as the bottom sections of this go into the floor in like a stone segment, as if this rotates. Like there's more of it under the ground. These discs are full circles that might shift when put in the correct position to see where the damage is. You're seeing kind of where some of the runes are more put together. They're the ones that are lighting up. There's a few that are worn away, maybe need a bit of chiseling. There are some that are like cracked. Again, a bit of chiseling will probably do it. They're not completely removed from each other, so it's intact enough. For the most part, you're able to determine where the runes are that need to be fixed.
Okay.
But you don't know if there's more under the ground, question mark, that need work.
Alright. Let me cook real quick. Lyre's going to sit down and open up the book, and he's going to start drawing circles and lines, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic Ritual casted, so 10 minutes later, I'm going to have an aura. I want to be able to find every single rune, no matter how damaged. I want to know which ones do and do not work.
As soon as you cast it, you feel the transmutation in the area. And necromancy.
Where?
Points around you. Just a few minor ones.
Interesting. Lyre will take a note of that. I want to look at the runes specifically. One of the broken ones. You say they need to be chiseled. Are they indented? Is there any specific material
It seems
in
like
them?
they have been just chiseled in. It doesn't seem like they've been lined with anything, not that you can see on the outside of the stone. Roll me an investigation check. You know what? That's a good one.
15 plus 5, dirty 20.
On some sections where the stone is carved into like a crack or so, that doesn't interrupt any of the runes, you can see it's lined with some kind of gemstone. There's like a thin line in the middle of the stone. Almost like a conductor. There is a conductor within the middle of this structure.
Okay. I'll take the time to investigate these runes. I don't think I have any tools. Lyre will pull out one of his old daggers and just sort of slowly start carving, trying to fix these runes. But what I want to do, if there are runes that are cracked or broken, but through the rune, I still have that amethyst dust, and I'm going to fill the cracks with this amethyst dust to sort of give it that extra jolt of energy, since it's powered by a conductor of a gemstone, to see if the amethyst dust amplifies it a little bit or helps it at all.
Gives it a conductor.
Yes.
Okay. I'd say sleight of hand then, with advantage.
14.
14. It's going to take you a little while.
Yeah, that's fine.
But night begins to fall as you are, as you're stood in this space. And it's a lot more visible now, this magic, especially when it flickers. It lights up the area in this blue hue.
It's so pretty.
It's very pretty. And it does take you a little while. Like, it's maybe an hour or two of you...
That's fine.
Very carefully kind of hammering in your dagger. This spare dagger is going to be blunt as all fuck.
Oh, it's fucked.
By the time you're done. But, you know, it's doing the job. It's just taking its time. What are the rest of you doing in this time?
Yeah.
Making up secret handshakes? No. Sinza, I think, will go to start collecting firewood, and then as night starts to fall, she noticed the kind of blue glow that the area is already giving off, and she's like, throws her pile of sticks down. She's just gonna kind of take a seat, maybe just sort of like, she doesn't want to be in Lyre's way while he's having his wizard time, but she's just gonna kind of take a seat, maybe pull out some jerky and like, offer it out to the party. There's like some rations and sit around.
What's the temperature like here, Toby?
On Sif, generally, you're like it's a tropical planet, and you are currently in the harvest months, which is kind of the warmer, almost like summer months of the year. So you're looking at maybe about like 25, 26 degrees C during the evening.
If Lyre's working on this stuff for an hour and it's fucking intense with this magic shit, he's gonna pull his hair out and retie it into just like a top knot bun. He's gonna take off his robes and just wrap them around his chest. And what you guys don't know, Lyre has a back piece. On his back there are beautiful, detailed, intricate tattoos of magic symbols, and funnily enough, there is Shrine of Asus tattooed on his back.
Tattooing onto scales is not an easy feat. The fact that was done with as much precision as it has been, like some of it is detailed in ink, and then quite a lot of it is detailed in carving. So it's almost been carved into the scale.
He's actually surprisingly toned as well.
The athletic boy.
Yeah.
Kaiden and Duncan, are you doing anything specific while they're working on this at the moment?
I've done my part.
Throughout the time it's come to like become night, Kaiden has occasionally gone to see what Lyre's doing and realized he's busy and is like, alright, I'll check on him later. Doesn't want to bother him, and then ends up just setting up a what is it called? Oh my god, the word has escaped my brain.
Shrine?
The
Circle?
word is gone. No.
Do you walk over to Lyre at all?
Yeah, he's walked over the Lyre a few times.
On one of the few times,
Yeah.
Lyre will be carving, and he'll stop and say, "Are you here to learn?"
Yeah, I was curious, but I didn't want to bother. You know.
No, you're fine. This is transmutation magic. It's detailed. It's difficult. But I could use your strength here if you're willing to help.
Yeah?
Okay. We can get you started learning basic runes. It might help with your wild runes. Take this, and he hands you a very fucked up dagger. Start carving and follow these lines. And he holds the book in front of him.
Okay.
And Lyre is being very, very strict with every move you make.
Kaiden is like sweating.
Yeah. But if you want, Lyre will take the time to begin to teach you the basics of runes.
Yeah?
And he will talk you through runes and how they can match together, and two runes can create a different rune, and how the spells, the magic schools sort of meld together in a lot of ways that not many people realize. And he'll sort of just take you through information about runes, basic runes, runes that he's seen throughout his travels throughout the groves and all that kind of stuff.
What's everyone's passives?
11.
Perception. 11.
I think mine's 15.
Where
15.
are
You've
passive?
got pretty high because it's wisdom.
Yeah.
So your passives, I think, won't be
Yeah,
on
15.
your... It is
17.
Okay.
Damn.
So everyone other than Lyre, at some point, maybe you're looking at about 9 p.m. It's quite dark. You can hear a flapping,
Bird.
just like from above you.
Does it sound big?
No, well...
Does it sound like a
no.
harpy?
It does. It does sound like a harpy.
Yes!
And coming down to stand on the stone is a very brightly coloured, kind of green and red harpy, with a little postman's hat and a bag. And they kind of smile at you as much as sort of you can smile with a beak. And they kind of begin to rummage, and they go, Sinza.
Sinza will get up and walk over.
And they pass you a letter, and it is sealed with a ribbon and black wax.
Sinza will offer the harpy a piece of jerky that she has for your travels.
Thanks. Just,
Have a good night.
Yeah, tar love. Look.
Alan flaps away. Sinza, in the letter section of your journal is a letter that you can read.
I would like to read it.
So you have to scroll down a little bit, but
There's a letter section?
yeah. Oh, wait, hold on.
Pardon.
Pardon.
Ownership.
Pardon.
Pardon.
Pardon, Toby. What?
A hammock?
Okay, never mind. I will copy and paste it to you because I can't seem to figure that out right now.
Oh, good.
There is a letter section. You just can't see it.
Ooh, I'm blind.
It is very kind of hastily written. You can see at the beginning it seems to have been stamped in Braille, and then somebody else has written over it.
Lavender, don't make me come in there, bro.
You're not coming in here. Huh?
How's your day, Dex? Jade, how you guys doing?
Yeah, good. I have a question. What color is Lyre's magic? Just curious.
Lyre's magic?
Yeah.
The
what
colour
would you
of it?
say? What color?
Does it change color depending on the school,
Yeah.
or is it like you have a theming color?
Is it like?
It's... I would say it's a weird mixture of light blue and yellow. But the way it moves is kind of like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. That kind of energy, how it's like sporadic
Like
and
crackly.
crackling. It used to be just strictly yellow, but since he took on the weave, it's got blue in it.
Interesting.
Kaiden, as you're kind of finishing off this room, there's suddenly this loud clunk.
What'd you do?
Be
And
careful.
the ring that you're working on begins to move.
No. Is it breaking or is it moving? Because he thinks it's broken, he's gonna grab it.
Kaiden's young Hercules. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
And the rings begin to shift and rotate.
No!
All of them begin to move as Kaiden begins to kind of get
He's
dragged
hanging
away
on
from you.
one.
Just let go.
And you're watching as they kind of shift into these passageways underneath it as they rotate around each other and realign. And all of the runes begin to light up one by one.
Oh, what did you two do?
Kaiden is just hanging and then flashbang by a room. He's like, and falls to the fucking ground. Just thud. Oh,
Big fast chocolate nuts.
Brick. Lyre's gonna
Fish.
Lyre's gonna run to the center console. Is anything going on?
You're watching as the kind of slider, whatever I called it, the word for it, I've lost it.
Dial.
The dial, that's the one. The dial begins to tick.
Do I know what it means?
It seems to be sort of, well, you know what, actually, roll me an Arcana check. See if
Is
you can
this
figure it
thing
out.
going to its last fucking teleportation thing? Arcana?
Yep.
7 plus 9, whatever that is. 16.
16. It's ticking round and then stops at the southernmost one. And something looks like almost like pearl in the center of this dial begins to light up. And the farmost door begins crackling.
Okay.
Did you say door? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Door
It's
to
like
the
a
right.
gate.
It's like
There's
a
4
gate.
gates all around this section. Gates.
Gaze,
Flint and
the
steel.
gaze.
That's how I'm casting Fireball.
Flint and steel.
Just open a
Flint
portal
and
to the nether,
steel.
have fun.
Guano.
Nether. The nether.
Is it opening or is it like struggling
Yeah.
to?
You see this kind of space open, and it's just kind of this blue-white light.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm drawing this teleportation circle so I know this circle and how to get back to it.
Okay. The door remains open.
Like,
Lyre.
once Lyre finishes drawing, he's gonna look up, just look over to Sinza, and then look at the door, And then back to Sinza.
The door.
Sinza's just blinking at you. She doesn't say anything.
He's gonna look to Duncan and Kaiden. Are they doing anything?
He's on the ground still.
He broke his back.
He took
His
the wind
chest
out
is
of him.
just like...
Duncan's.
Duncan's gonna look at Lyre. Look at the door. Look at Lyre. Look at the door. Look at Lyre. Yeah, Duncan's like, do it. Do it.
Do a pussy.
Lyre's gonna take a step towards the door and just.
Fire.
He's not running.
You
He's not
going
sprinting.
in?
I can come back.
Okay, but what if that shuts off?
I can come back.
Okay.
I don't know what's over there.
Kaiden is going to
Could
throw out
be
a thorn
bad.
whip to him, just for him to hold. It's like, just in case. What if you go there and say there's another giant dragon thing?
Then I'll probably die.
Well, we'll hang on to the vine, and I will just pull you back if you tug on it.
I don't know much about interplanar travel, but I'm not sure if that's how it works.
I've
think once
never seen it before.
I think once I step through, there's a certain amount of time until the gate closes. That's kind of usually how teleportation works.
Stick
Have you
your head
done this
through and have a
before?
look.
I don't want to stick my head through for too long and then not pull my head out and then get decapitated.
Decapitated.
Yes, Duncan?
This is Duncan's gonna say this thing, and Jade's gonna say this, and Duncan's gonna be like, "I'll go with you." If there's a slight chance of a serpent behind the
Kaiden,
gate,
put the rock
and
down. Kaiden,
Throwing a rock through it.
Are you chucking a rock through the portal?
Yeah, from a distance, just to test. He doesn't
almost like
trust it.
The passageway bends as the rock hits it, and then it just pops through it, and it stays open. Almost like it's like a film that somebody has. It's like a bat's wing. It takes pressure to pass through it.
Look, it's like 10 o'clock. I still have my spell for teleportation. If that thing closes behind me, I can come back.
I've got spells.
I mean, I trust your ability. I'm
It's okay.
worrying.
It's not that. I am just a very curious man. We, Kaiden, somehow, and the help with you two after lifting that rock, we fixed an ancient relic. Is there any part of any of you that is curious what is through that door? Potentially the last thing someone from the first era ever went through. Where it could lead. What could be there?
I understand. No, I get it. I was curious when I was around your age too. As I get my harpoon, and I'm going to the portal. I'm going over.
I mean,
Don't worry. Let's do this.
you had me in
No.
the first sentence.
You can all come. I can bring us all back. Zani is the main focus here. We can always come back here.
Let's do this.
Sinza will collect a rock from the ground and hold on to it, and she's going to just thumb over that coin she also has in her pocket. She just nods.
Coin's not fully charged yet, but
Yet.
Yeah.
anyway,
Still gotta-
you've got about 3 days left on it before that coin is charged.
Mhm.
But are you passing through the portal?
Is everyone in agreement? Lai begins power walking towards the fucking.
And as you
Objectives
kind of
so far.
press your hands against it, you feel that almost like fizzly little film as you have to kind of push your way through. And with that, we're going on break.
Ah!
So we'll be back in 15 minutes. See you in a little bit.
Oh my god.
So, pass through this barrier. Come out the other side at a gate very similar to this one. And these rings rotate as you appear. And you're on the border of a woodland. You're on the border of a jungle that leads out into a larger open space. And you can smell salt in the air.
Like ocean?
Yeah.
Is it still nighttime?
It is still nighttime.
Can Kaiden look at the stars to maybe see if there's any difference?
You can try and determine where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
Ooh, that's good.
Survive.
It's a 16 plus 7.
Damn!
16 plus 7,
23.
blimey.
Astronomer.
It's I say it's still dark. It's like not as dark. It's definitely earlier in the day. As you have you've traveled quite a fucking distance, probably to the other side of Sith. As
Wait.
you are kind of looking out, you're kind of trying to determine where you are. You're looking at the ring almost to map out where on the ring you are kind of facing as you look up. You'd say you're probably quite far to the west. Quite far to the west. You can see a small settlement not too far away from you.
I'm gonna relay this with Duncan. I want to confirm. Point at the stars. Could you just I think we're further west.
You're doing the thing with the skate. Yeah, here, let me mimic.
I'm trying to. I haven't done it in a while. I just wanted to check.
Duncan,
Sorry,
can you roll me a survival check as well, please?
I'm looking at the sky. Let's see. Survival?
Okay. You swear you've probably travelled around here in your boat. But you can't determine currently where you are because you're not that close to... You're not so close to the sea that you'd be able to look out at it.
Do I know this general location? Like...
Hard to determine. A town by the sea, there's a few of them.
But
if you're to the west, though, the ocean, you're looking at the Whitgrave.
The what grave?
So if you go to the world map,
Oh.
you're looking at the Whitgrave Sea.
Oh.
There's a few towns/settlements near the ocean, near the Whitgrave, that this could be. But given that you're in the west, if you pulled out a map, you could probably guess.
Is it?
So,
Oh, Sinza?
are we near my town?
No,
Okay.
you don't recognize this place.
Okay.
I've never been here before in my life, so I wouldn't have a clue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will pull out his world map that he has.
Yeah.
Just
You can take an educated guess if you roll me an intelligence check.
sure.
We will relay this information with Lyre. What we're figuring
11, 16 total.
16. Of all options, it seems most likely you're near Abrahamon, which is near the World War. You are here. I will put down the point. There you go. That's where you are.
Yo, what the fuck?
Lyre would sort of
Party.
look at the map.
Is currently here.
Where the black circle is?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the one.
Lyre will place her finger on the map and then look at Sinza. We have a way.
Where?
For you. We're near 𝘏𝘪𝘨.
You see, Sinza stands up very straight and she looks kind of towards the direction of the ocean. From where she's seen, like, 𝘏𝘪𝘨 is, it's kind of based on the ocean. And she's just kind of standing, looking out in that direction.
From where you are, and because it's dark, it's hard to see anything on a coastline. You can see a line in the horizon that you would consider to be the sea. But you're not quite close enough to the ocean's edge for you to be able to do that. Duncan knows that there is a significant enough port at Abraham. You could probably sail from here to 𝘏𝘪𝘨.
Oh, we're so close.
What do as you guys are having this moment, I'm gonna do the dad thing here. I'm just gonna stretch and be like, you know, these are fine waters for sailing. Just out there.
I don't think I've ever been.
You got your hands on your hips right now, don't you?
Oh, I absolutely
Wearing,
do.
He's got the absolute
fucking
dad
cargo
pose.
shorts.
Yeah.
Toby, is there what we came through, is there a teleportation circle sigil on this door? Something I could use to teleport
there
to
is.
here.
This is another teleportation circle. You could learn this circle too.
I start drawing instantly.
Okay.
Lyre will take the time and start drawing, and he'll finish. Sinza.
That door remains open.
Oh, damn. Interesting. Lyre will turn to Sinza and say, I've got it. We have a way.
She doesn't hear you the first time, like, couple times you speak to her. She's still looking in that direction, and then slowly she kind of looks at you. Yeah. Oh, we're so close. Okay. Sorry, you said you took down the teleportation. Okay.
I have the runes. This is ours now. As long as this gateway stands, we can come back. Any day.
Okay.
Remind me, Lyre, did
Yes.
you read the book about the First Era?
I did. A long time ago. Odie doesn't remember shit.
You still
but-
have access to it, so it's in the book
Oh.
section of your journal.
I know.
But because you've read that book, little bit of tidbit, you are kind of beginning to realize that these large, if I make this, so you should be able to read
The history?
it. It doesn't have any details. Oh no, it would be under books if you can see that.
I've got notes, letters, and character knowledge.
Okay, let me. This is. There you go. Should have a section called books.
Let me reopen it.
Does not
Nope.
have document permission levels. Okay, no. I will send it to you. Show players. Odin. Go. So you remember reading, about the Great War and all that shit. There seems that the size of this fucking teleportation circle was meant to transport units. Large units of people.
Oh.
This was to transport armies?
Soldiers, yes. And that's likely why most of them were destroyed, and especially why the one in the Draui Green was destroyed. They didn't want to transport large forces through a teleportation circle. But this was in the First Era, and this has not been rebuilt now, until now, in the Third Era, thousands of years later, armies of that size don't really exist on Sif anymore.
Having that realization, Lyre's gonna... Yeah, you tell him. He's gonna turn to Kaiden. Kaiden?
Yeah?
The teleportation circle we fixed together was used for pretty bad things back in the day. It was used to teleport armies, soldiers.
Okay.
It is possible, if we keep this teleportation circle alive in the Draui Green, maybe not in your lifetime, but in the future, it could be used for that again.
Oh. Do you think if Savali's stuff is expanding and it gets to that, do you think it could use this to...
It could.
Oh.
But remember, we need to go visit the heart that we did once before. And you need to carve your rune around it to hold Svali back. She won't be able to push through that. We take care of the executioner. We take care of the heart. And then we get Sinza to 𝘏𝘪𝘨. Those are the top 3 objectives. You can come if you want, as he points to Duncan.
Actually, on the Duncan, you said you have a ship, right?
Oh no!
He turns around.
The hands on the hilts. Yeah,
You
here
ever
we go.
see like the sound of like the stone turning?
Okay, special interest unlocked.
I do.
Oh god, he's autistic.
It's my favorite kind of tree.
Like the tree?
Duncan, you know that if you write to your crew, they'll bring the ship to Abrahamon.
There's a crew? Sorry.
Sweet. Yeah, no, if I mean, I'm supposing you don't have to go right now.
Well, I'm wondering once sorry, Dex distracted me in the chat.
I did not.
Once we have a few things that are a priority before we come back here to 𝘏𝘪𝘨.
Yep.
But I received a letter from someone who I'm going to meet in 𝘏𝘪𝘨, and they asked me or told me to bring a boat. I was wondering if I might be able to hire your services or offer you some services or a trade or something, perhaps.
Yeah, no, sure. I don't see why not.
If
We do
that,
If anything, it's an excuse to get back on the ocean, and that's great.
No, that's fine. No, I mean, like, shoot, if it's not too much trouble. No, it wouldn't be any trouble at all. Yeah.
I could be a pretty good deckhand if that's gonna suffice for passage across to 𝘏𝘪𝘨.
Part of the ship, part of the crew. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Do you have cannons and stuff on your ship, out of curiosity? Or is it like a fishing boat?
She's not just a fishing ship.
Sorry, dinghy. Is that better?
I don't know what those are, but I don't think...
A dinghy is a very small boat.
Oh, so you own a very small boat.
Ship.
All right.
You know what I'm going to say it. I wish I didn't waste my scimitar on your magic circle teleporty thing and making fun of my fucking dinghy. It's quite big, actually. Fuck.
Slightly above average, or
no, it's about this big.
So a dinghy.
I don't think that fits multiple people.
It's fine. Yeah, no, it's a dinghy. Sure. Yep, that's fine. Yes, I can take you. I just need to write my crew, and then we can go off and wherever you need to go.
Thank you. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. They called our ship a fucking dinghy. Kill the scaly one. Joking. Kill the scaly one. Probably blow up on a ship first.
Push him into the abyss.
Kaiden's gonna take the
Into the
merchant rock to
abyss.
take a selfie for the merchant.
Fuck off. Don't show the
Show him
merchant
where
the
we
gates.
are.
What are you doing?
Oh
No,
my
just
God.
away the forest area out to everything else.
Just away.
Oh, wait. The
Oh,
merchant
wait,
can see
oh,
this
wait.
anyway.
Dude, the merchant's gonna do like the geolocation like on Twitch, just like, okay. Yep, gotcha.
Is that one guy who
Kaiden
does the
has to wear
geoguessing?
it here, so it means he's already seen it.
You have to wear it on your lapels, so
Yeah.
you've already seen it.
He's seen it.
As
He's
you
seen it.
kind of hold it up and you kind of smile at it, gentle in the back of your mind. Very nice, little watcher.
Oh, look what you fucking did.
You pissed
Look
it
what
off
you
now.
turned me into. Look what I've
He's
become.
taking his
Right.
vacation.
Lyre,
Yes.
the gate is beginning to fizzle, as if it's not holding for much longer.
We should go back. We should go back
Yeah.
now. Go.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
lock in this. I
Okay.
look in this area in my mind
Whoa,
as well,
whoa,
and I take a
whoa,
rock with
We
me.
run through and they were like, where's Icarus?
Yeah, Lyre will make sure everyone gets through first, and then he'll follow through because he can get back if he needs to. So.
As you pass back through, you appear back in the Draui Green, and the gate closes with almost like a loud bang, like a door being shut.
Oh, by the way, there's necromantic energy here.
Huh?
You
What?
want to tell us that now?
I've been
Is
busy.
that from the graves?
It's sort of everywhere.
Right. Did you see all the different graves?
No, I've not focused on
they're
that at all.
surrounding this
Oh, okay.
thing. So there's a
What?
lot.
Anything in particular written on them, or?
Yeah, a few things about a creator and apprentice, and he'll reiterate what was written on them specifically in the ancient language.
The creators here?
Well, yeah, he'll walk over. That's that one. That's this one.
No, we're not grave robbing, Lyre. Please, Lyre.
Can Lyre
I
read the
know,
ancient
honey.
language?
Lyre can't read Selraki, no.
Oh. Not anymore.
Are you
got the
rubbing it in
Batman
Lyre's
version.
face that he can't read that shit?
No, he's just like
Oh, okay.
he thought he could. He thinks you can read it because you've been able to read everything normally before when they first.
Uh,
did it.
Combat map, Tobias.
Yeah. I still have some nice visuals, Tobias. Why
Lyre
is Kaiden
will,
upside down, Tobias?
Because you did that.
I can't.
Lyre will,
Sorry.
he'll take
Go
a
to the mouse.
He'll take a pinch of salt and sort of rub it in his fingers and then wipe his eyes and cast comprehend languages.
Haha. And it burns, but you are able to read, and you see the creator deserves to be buried with his creation.
You know, someone that made this could hold something very helpful.
Well, do you think they would have buried him with it, or they would have taken?
I don't know. They could hold a powerful magical artifact. They could
But-
hold blueprints or more. They could have a spell book.
Or a
That's
dinghy.
good. But you just said there's like necromantic energy, and then you want to rob a grave with that energy.
A little bit, yeah.
And if that triggers something,
You're strong.
I don't want another Sahonos happening and there's some infection going around.
I don't know if it's. Well, I didn't do Sahonos, so.
No, but yeah, I don't know.
Svali, all me. But
Do you want to risk it? I mean, we should ask the others.
I mean, we could. They are over there. We could just start digging.
Don't meta if you're trying to
Really?
listen. Don't meta. Like,
Kaiden will wave over the others to like gesture for them to come over.
I saw Lav go, can I hear it?
It's
know if you guys are talking
fucking
loudly.
goat ears going to radar.
I got sonar.
Mm.
You are muted, Topes.
Basically a bat.
It's very dark over here, so
Ugh.
those of you without dark vision are struggling a little bit. You can light up a torch if that would be easier for you.
No, Sinza, get your lights.
Yeah, I was
Tap
just gonna
your
say,
stick.
can I cast dancing lights since it takes her little staff off and taps it and flashbang Duncan. don't
What
mean to,
colour
but
Don't
are you
flashbang Kaiden.
dancing
He's gonna fall in that
lights?
pool. Right?
I get a cool color.
So you are blue, pink, green, purple, red, yellow.
Make them red like blood.
Actually, no, yeah, red, because I think that
Yeah,
would suit
red.
Sinza. Yeah, purple because I'm gay.
Flashbang, and then Kaiden just falls in that weird.
Because her
pool
name
behind
is
him.
Lavender.
What is this stuff, Toby?
The staff.
This stuff. These
Oh, this stuff.
things.
These are like the bowls that have like a bunch of water in them. That
Okay.
were once used but are now kind of being used as bird baths.
Okay.
So
It's
Lyre's
like
gonna
the
turn
water
around. Lyre's gonna turn around like a kid who's sort of been caught doing something or talking about something you shouldn't, and just be like, "So I had an idea. This is the creator of this," and he gestures to everything. He could have something really powerful on him that could help us, or a spell book that could have countless teleportation circles. I'm just saying. I am biased right now. This is speaking every single magical interest in my life.
I'm gonna be
So-
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't agree with doing this.
I don't like that answer, but
But
okay.
if this is something that you want to do because it aligns with your morals,
Mhm.
then you can do it.
Right.
I just want you to know that I don't agree with this.
Okay.
And I will be very disappointed if you do it.
Okay. Guys?
I mean, I'm not gonna help you do it. I don't know how I feel about digging up a grave after I just had to bury my mother. So I'm gonna probably walk over there if you start.
Valid point. Okay. Duncan.
Who knows? Maybe we can find a dinghy in there.
All right. Now hold on to that one.
He's not against it. He's just pissed off about the dinghy bit. He's cool with whatever.
All right. Majority vote. We leave any potential magical artifact down there. Okay.
It's the respectful thing to do, Lyre. I'm very proud
Yep.
of you. Look at
Yep.
you go. I'm so
Uh-huh.
proud.
What if
Yeah.
there was
Cast
something
detect
strong
magic
in
to
there?
check.
Duncan.
I can cast detect magic.
Good.
Oh god.
No,
Are you
no.
going to?
I am team bad ideas, okay? I may not be Ymir, but I am a himbo through and through. I
Sinza
cast
and
detect
Kaiden don't want
magic.
to be a part of this.
No.
Okay, you cast detect magic. You don't feel anything in the grave.
Ah,
You feel something above it. That ping of necromancy. Right in front of you.
Oh,
hey, Lyre.
What?
When you say like necromancy, what does it feel like to you? What's the vibe? As
It varies. Personally, to me, necromancy, all that I have encountered have felt dreadful or evil. Toby, what did I feel earlier?
You felt lots of pings of... It's cold. It feels cold. Necromancy generally just kind of seeps the heat out of the area around it.
Okay.
It's almost like something is walking over your grave. You get that shiver up your spine. It's just general discomfort.
It's a discomforting feeling. Like,
Yeah.
cold.
Ooh, the state. Topes, am I feeling that feeling?
Oh yeah. It's quite strong because you're right next to it.
Oh, Lyre, about that. So the vibe here is all necromancy. I'm gonna gesture. I'm gonna point out what my detect magic is feeling. I'm like, it's definitely not a dinghy, that I'm sure.
It is a concentrated point.
Can I point it out?
Touch it.
Yeah. It's almost like hovering above the grave.
I'll stick my hand up. Please don't let it be a boob. Please don't let it be a boob. Please don't let it be a boob. Please don't.
Crap.
So you're trying to touch it.
I don't know if I want to touch it.
It's literally what you were just doing.
Duncan dies.
I'm gonna take my stone, the one that I put in my chest.
Oh.
Roll to hit. Roll an unarmed strike.
I don't like that.
I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
He's
Sinza, it
just
wasn't
lobbing
me.
a stone at it. Yeah.
Oh,
Roll to me. Oh my god, it's a crit.
Oh my.
God damn it!
When
Okay,
you get
I'd say
possessed, you're dying.
roll a d4 and then we'll double the damage.
It's gonna break the
You
gravestone.
roll
and trigger
a
something.
fucking 4, Jade.
For God's sake! How? Save it for combat! God.
So
Theoretical in combat.
Fucking hell.
okay. As you throw it, you watch as it stops for a moment, almost as it slows down at a certain point, and then goes through it. And something begins to flicker to life in front of you. There is this light that appears,
We should just talk to it.
and right in the middle of the four of you, I suppose,
I'm a
is
step back.
this little white blue light, almost like a flame.
Wisp?
A will-o-wisp.
You remember last
It
time we
begins to
fought Will-o-wisp?
crackle with energy.
I'm fucking raw dodging. I'm getting the fuck out of the way. I'm
You
moving.
just fucking threw shit at it. Of course it's going to be pissed at you.
I didn't know it was there. Maybe if it stopped acting like Casper the fucking ghost, we wouldn't have this issue. What is it afraid of? An old man, a deranged grave robber, a guy that collects rocks, and the fucking chupacabra? Okay. Pick your
God
battles,
damn it.
sister. Pick your battles.
the wisp.
sake.
Okay, and just changes.
Don't eat it.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I'm not gonna eat it. No.
Did that do any
Tempted.
damage at all?
Yeah, it hit it.
Oh,
Does it look angry? Can I move?
Yeah, I mean it's crackling.
Duncan.
And
I
as you're
think you should
watching
say
as it like
sorry.
flickers to life, a few more
Oh, fuck
begin to
me.
Oh,
appear
fuck.
behind
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh, fuck
not
me.
again.
Around the circle, another 5 begin to kind of
Oh, Jesus.
light up as if they
Oh,
kind of pop
Jesus.
into existence.
How many graves are there, Toby?
There's only 3.
Oh, shit.
But there's now 6 will-o-wisps floating around. Everyone roll initiative, please.
No.
Oh, my God.
Sinza has flashbacks to the pink rock experience we
Yeah.
had, and she pulls her axe and looks to like the crew and is like, "Let's not throw rocks at things and get the fuck out of here."
I'm sure it's fine.
From what
Yeah, you got
Kaiden
this-
knows,
the
does a will-o-wisp normally guarding something?
We shake hands.
Fucking shit initiative.
Oh boy.
Yo, why are they rolling high as fuck, dog?
Yeah,
Oh,
I got
God.
a 20 and I'm all the way down there. Oh boy. Oh wait. Am I? Yeah.
How do y'all make your dice fancy on this shit?
There's a setting we'll go through after the session.
Thank you.
Let's get some combat music going.
Oh god.
Okay. So top of the round is this one. So the Will-O-Wisps have a decent walk speed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, Sinza. Duncan, it's your turn.
Several questions. I'm being ranger. I have two attacks, right?
You do indeed.
I have 2 attacks. But this thing's right in front of me, correct?
Yeah, there's one in front of you.
Okay.
There's now one in front of Sinza as well. Nice.
Okay. I'm going to take my harpoon gun, and because of my feature, I don't get disadvantage by shooting him up close. Actually, before I do that, delicious. I'm going to Hunter's Mark him with my bonus action.
Yum. Okay.
This blue light, is that the main
That's the Will-O-Wisp.
Okay.
So I'm going to update them so you can see them all, because they are very small tokens.
Thank you.
Really?
Okay.
So that one has a hunter's mark on it, so I'm just going to add the marks division. That is your bonus action. What you're doing is your action.
Okay. Let me go ahead and shoot my harpoon gun.
Oh, these things hit really hard as well.
Does that hit?
A 16 does not hit. Oh, no, 24 does, though. Yes, 24 hits, yeah.
Okay. It's going to be 7 plus my Hunter's Mark. Sorry, I'm new to this, so I'm learning.
No, it's okay. Take your time. That's all right.
Okay, bonus damage. What is the bonus damage? It's a...
So it's a D6 for Hunter's Mark and a D8 for something that has already taken damage, which it has, because you threw a fucking rock at it. So it takes an extra D8 from your
rock.
Colossus Slayer.
Is that D8 plus anything, or is it just a flat D8?
Flat D8.
Okay.
So you get an extra D6 from your Hunter's Mark.
I thought it was D8. Oh, was D6?
Yeah, and a D8 from your Hunter's is your Colossus Slayer.
Oh, so then I roll D6. Jesus Christ.
You do a lot of damage in a turn.
Oh my god. So that's going to be 17 total.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shoot him again.
You're at disadvantage if you're this close to it, by the way.
Not with my feature.
Oh.
My feature sharpshooter. I don't get disadvantage.
Ah. That's the fucking one.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
I don't. I didn't mean to get into this fight, but I had to do a good old call back to Ymir somehow. 17?
That does not hit.
A 17 does not hit.
It swerves out of the way of the shot as you take it.
That's fair. Okay.
They're very small targets.
Then I'm going to end my turn.
Okie dokie. Up next is Kaiden.
Do these things seem like they're focusing on just Duncan for the moment?
No. This one
Just
does. The one in front of you does. It
Yeah.
seems pretty pissed at Duncan. The rest of them seem to have almost been ignited by you disturbing the peace of one of them.
I think Kaiden's going to very reluctantly bring up
It wasn't you,
migraine.
don't worry,
because
Lyre.
Kaiden is just like, oh, these things are probably protecting Saemyth, but now they're attacking us. So, I don't think his Speech of the Woods would work with these, would they?
Beasts. No, these are not beasts. These are undead.
Shit.
Ghosty goos.
I don't know if they understand. He will try, I think, he'll try maybe the ancient language to try and say, we don't mean any harm, we'll leave. If you don't attack us, we'll leave. And if that doesn't work, he'll just prepare to fight.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Ooh.
You got this.
Can I cast guidance?
I'm gonna need that fucking guidance. God damn it.
You're not going to be able to now. It's a bonus action.
It's not a reaction.
No.
Persuasion. I don't think it's that good.
Lyre has inspiration as well. If push comes to shove.
It's a 10. It's just a flat 10.
10.
Have it.
It's-
Inspo. Go again.
Inspiration. Roll again.
15.
15. It seems to pay attention to you.
Okay.
When you speak to it, it seems like it recognizes what you're saying, as if it understands the language that it knew in life, and you're talking to it in that language, and it doesn't move. It doesn't seem to be able to say anything to you.
I'm gonna quote. God, we might not have to fight. I've told this one we'll leave. And it's staying. I think it understands if we back off. And then he'll just repeat what he said again, so the other wisps can hear.
Is he doing the Chris Pratt Velociraptor?
He's doing a Chris Pratt Velociraptor while protecting the party.
Okay.
I see Duncan like reloading a harpoon, Sinza like slicing up her fire and shit, and like just like expanding something, but it's like, guys, wait! It's like,
If we walk away slowly, he's just gonna keep repeating to the wisp like, we don't want to harm you. We can leave.
Okay, are you doing anything else this turn?
I don't think he could do much else. He doesn't want to do anything aggressive in case it fucks it up. Yeah, I think he's just going to spend his turn doing that. Can't do much else.
This
Yeah.
will-o-wisp is going to move over to this one. And there is this almost whisper. It's hard to determine if there's any word. Like any words that you can understand. It's just kind of sound. Almost like a wind chime. It's kind of this tinkly little sound as they're kind of communicating with each other. And it moves back to the position it was in, and crackles, but does not do anything. This one is going to attack Duncan. The one in front of you is still pissed at Duncan. So it's just like, bro,
You know, that
like,
was fair.
the rest of them might not attack you, but this one's pissed. So this one is going to try and shock Duncan. Does 19 hit?
I would like to use my reaction to absorb elements.
Okay, so you
Duncan,
take
I think you
damage.
should say sorry.
No. I'm gonna take the elements, but I'm gonna pretend it hurts like a lot. So it's gonna hurt.
8 points of lightning damage.
So let me do absorb elements effect.
how does that look, Jade? How's your... Out of curiosity.
Does he just snort it like a line?
No, you know how I picture like an electric eel,
Oh, that's cool.
sort of like the electricity hits them, and it sort of stabilizes for a moment, and it just sort of sort of goes onto him. How much does that take? Hold on.
That's really cool.
You take 8 points.
I also
yeah,
meant how's the dramatic side of Duncan look?
Resistance to the triggering damage type. First time you hit with a melee attack, you do an extra 1d6 damage of that type. So you can effectively charge that and back into your weapon.
Okay,
You've taken
Godzilla.
half of it. So it was 16, you're down to you've taken 8.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh no, that hurts so much.
He's fine. He's fine. It wasn't pleasant, but he's fine.
No, it wasn't.
Dead.
Calamari.
It's a calamari.
Mhm.
Who wants sushi?
Whoa.
Aya,
Whoa.
Yo.
it's your turn.
Lyre was you saw Lyre like unhook his trident and start saying an incantation you haven't really seen him say before until Kaiden was like, whoa. Lyre will stop and just be like, tell it that we fixed its creation and it was beautiful.
Oh, that's
And I'm just gonna back up a little bit. So I will move out of range of this thing and hope it doesn't smack me.
It doesn't seem to try to. It seems focused on Duncan.
It's fucking petty. Okay.
It's like, you bitch, you threw a rock at me. I'm gonna take you out.
Yeah, I'll just
Baby, don't fucking hide.
I'll back up.
Okay. Alright. Sinza.
Sinza, midway from like pulling her axe free, like growling, she stops. Sees Kaiden like puts her axe back, and she just kind of like sees this one right in front of her and just puts her hands out. It's just like, I'm sorry, my friend threw a rock. We will leave if need be. We're sorry.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh no. That's a natural 20.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay. You watch as this kind of crackling of this will-o-wisp begins to die down back into just a flickering flame. And you can tell it's watching you, but it doesn't seem hostile. It seems like it's just kind of observing. Not making any efforts to do any damage to you.
So we'll very slowly lower her hands and just kind of observe it, just like tilt her head and just like look at the energy that's crackling in front of her.
It's the one in front of you's turn, and it is going to begin moving back towards the side. Duncan, this thing's still fucking jumping you. What are you doing?
Duncan. Don't do it.
This is Duncan right now. What? I'm sorry for accidentally throwing a rock at you. I thought there was a bit of energy there and it was a weird vibe. And to be fair, you were kind of invisible, so I was thinking that it would go right through you, but apparently I'm a really good shot, which I should have known. Sorry that
Roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
You just had to be a smart ass, Jay, didn't ya?
This is fucking bullshit. Just say you hate me, Tobes.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
Nat 20!
God.
Oh no! That would have been great.
You gotta get backhanded by a fucking wisp again, aren't ya?
As you're kind of apologizing to it, it just kind of crackles in response to you.
Just swore at you big time.
I think it called me a slur.
There it is.
There
Said,
it
like,
is.
Fish.
Are you doing anything, Duncan?
At this point, like if I hit it, it's more than likely it's gonna trigger an attack anyway, and there would be no more ha-has. It would just be and so I'm just gonna take it at this point. Like,
So you're not going to attack it?
I mean, if I attack it, will it just piss off the other wisps?
Potentially.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it like the good switch that I am. I'm just gonna bare my butt cheeks open, put the rock in my mouth, and just get ready to take it. Raw dog, cheeks out, voluptuous. Go ahead, hit me.
We're traveling with this guy.
Kaiden, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Can I? No, that won't work. I don't want it. I might need a spell slot for that. I'm gonna try to gently guide Duncan out if I can.
Bro, this
Like,
gets opportunity
around.
attack on me.
I'm like shimmy around so that we can back up and be like, he didn't mean it. Like, we're just gonna leave. I'm very sorry.
If it shocks me, I'm gonna pull a CIA on the U.S. president move on this fucking this thing right now.
I'm gonna roll to see whether or not it will do anything.
Motherfucker.
Come on, man, be cool.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
As you back up, it's still crackling, but it doesn't take any strikes at you. It's
not doing that.
pissed, but
I'll
it's
try
not
and
jumping
guide
on you.
Duncan away so that we're actually backing up now. Once we've kind of walked around and then back up away from everything.
Kaiden, you're just kind of pulling Duncan back.
Yeah, we're trying to just back up. I'm not gonna like pull him, but just like guide him if he follows me back.
Okay. You make some distance, and it doesn't follow you. It just kind of stays over its grave.
I think we can try and go around to the others and start leaving now.
But we need to sleep.
You want to sleep with the wisps?
Will they attack us?
I don't know if someone's going to throw a rock again. And that one's still pissed at Duncan.
Maybe if we just don't
Sleep on
do
the
anything
outskirts.
else. Yeah, maybe if we just sleep
Yeah.
on the outskirts, that'll be okay.
You can stay nearby, but effectively out of their territory.
Yeah.
We're respecting their space.
Yeah.
The rest of the will-o-wisps do not seem to have any intent to do anything to you. They seem to just kind of crowd around the center of the teleportation circle. And they're jingling and talking to each other, it seems.
Oh, they're happy it got fixed. Maybe they will leave Lyre a reward for fixing it.
Give me a book.
I want to eat them, goddamn.
And combat, because for the time being, they are non-hostile unless you fucking screw with them again.
I didn't screw them. I did a Dodger level pitch, and they did not catch.
I need to find Speak with Dead. I want to talk to the
Yeah.
creator so
Wait,
bad.
hold on.
That would be
Actually, wait, give me one. No, I don't. Wait.
No, Ymir had it.
Yeah, because you could see
Yeah.
into the ether.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you have to go be a traitorous bitch, Ymir? Fuck.
I'll put her in the ground soon. Don't worry.
Thanks, appreciate it, homie.
The
I got you.
line to Ymir, we need to speak with Death.
So we want to sleep here? Take a couple hours and then head out in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take first watch if you guys want.
So you guys kind of move over to this area. I'm going to give you a torch so you can see what you're looking at. And you settle down between the roots on the floor, and you're still close enough that you can kind of see things that are going on. And after a little bit of time, the injured will-o-wisp of what was apparently the creator moves over to the center of the circle. And they're communicating. They're talking to each other. You can hear the gentle kind of tingles of noise as they're speaking. And they seem, from a distance, it seems almost like they're kind of rotating around the center, as if they do seem happy that it's been put back together.
Moon.
Can hear Moon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I heard something about falling down the stairs, I think.
I just had a fucking slipper.
Oh.
Who's taking first watch? Sinza.
Hey.
Okay, Sinza. You roll me a perception check.
Oof.
I mean, you're more focused on watching the will-o-wisps. They're quite enchanting to see from a distance. It's just sort of this little myriad of spirits jingling away to each other. Echoes of the first era. Something that not everyone gets a chance to see. The people that built this, that's them. That's who they are. In some capacity, ended up being in the way that they are. You don't know how they came to be will-o-wisps, but they're here now. And at least they kind of have each other. It's quite nice to see. You can tell which one was the creator because it's wobbling a little more than the rest of them. It seems like it's taken quite a hit from Duncan. It seems a little not quite as put together as the rest of them.
Duncan, what the fuck?
What the fuck, Duncan?
No,
Just get an
guys,
old
you're
man.
gonna set-
You know
you're
what?
gonna
Fuck
set
you.
Jade off.
I'll do it again. I
No.
give no fuck. I'll do it again.
No, you just beat up an old man.
How old was the creator? What, was he 60?
probably like
Who fucking
200.
knows?
Fucking,
He's,
I'll put
at
him
this
back in the-
point, the will-o-wisp is thousands and thousands of years old.
all right, Grandpa, learn how to catch a pitch.
Bruh. But Sinza, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary other than because you're more focused on that. And your watch passes by.
Sinza will reach a hand over and just gently place it on Duncan's shoulder and give him a little shake.
That's my
sorry.
thingy.
Huh?
Hi there, how can I help you?
Your turn for watch.
Oh, that's right, thank you. How are the...
Duncan, roll me a perception check.
Fuck! Dude, it's gonna be fucking...
You're a druid ranger. You've got good perception. Stop complaining.
Bruh, are they gonna fucking flashing gang signs at me, dog?
Yeah.
I see none of those
Oh,
gang
dear.
signs.
I fucking curse that.
Trash rolls.
At some point in the night, while you're watching, you watch as a few of the kind of rings around kind of shift. One or two runes it around, kind of almost like right themselves. Other than that, nothing of particular interest catches your eye.
Can I do something?
Yeah.
I'm not going into their territory. Just gonna... How far can I lead? Like, right around here, right?
Yeah.
Put my hands on my hips. Stretch.
That stretch.
Gonna look at the one I hit in particular. Let me fix that. Took a lot of special thinking from a peer, you know? Kind of smart. You know, this place is pretty old. I'll give you that. How's your leg, arm, your face? Nothing personal.
You watch as that will-o-wisp kind of makes its way towards you. And it crackles a little bit in like on warning. And then jingles at you.
Look.
You don't know what it's saying.
Look, I'm gonna pretend I know what I'm saying. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw something at you. It's just sort of like a knee-jerk reaction. You know what that's like? Like you ever had like an intrusive thought and you're just like, I should do it.
Roll.
Pacific Rim theme song starts playing.
Permission to loot your grave.
You see it kind of move back towards the center, and it communicates with the others for a moment. For one of the other ones kind of moves off towards one of the rings and begins to press itself against a few of the rings. It moves to a few kind of specific ones in different places, and as the ring kind of moves, it moves to touch those runes as well, before kind of moving past you and dropping something near your feet.
What did they drop for me?
You see a signet ring.
Oh, it does. Very nice. I'm joking now. I'm gonna.
Not again.
Not Ymir anymore.
I have a question. Can I do a history check? Do wisps regenerate their health over time? That much is obvious.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can help with that? Do they take healing, or does healing hurt them because they're undead?
Roll me. Let's say a
That's
nature
the
check.
theory.
Let's see if you can figure it out.
Dog, I'm trying not to get us killed. Okay, maybe I am trying to get us killed, but like,
It's just gonna evaporate and they're all gonna attack us.
oh, 18.
As something that's undead, it probably won't take damage from you healing it, but it probably is resistant to being healed.
But it'll take some.
It'll take some. It will likely regenerate quite comfortably on its own.
Okay.
What languages do you speak? Quite a few.
Yeah, I speak deep speech, druidic, elvish, primordial, sylvan.
The signet ring has something written on it in primordial.
Wait, let me take a look at this. It just reads pussy. I don't know what that.
We just made that canon now. Great.
I pick it up. What is it? What does it read?
Arcane Archivist.
Let me talk to it.
No, get the fuck away from me, dog. You were a dick. Okay. I'm gonna take this ring.
Okay. Make a note of that in your inventory so you don't lose it.
Okay.
That you now have a little signet ring.
I'm gonna look at the guy again, and I'm gonna genuinely apologize this time. Like, no jokes. Just gonna be like, next time, if I'm ever in the area, hopefully not, preferably in like best, when it's not like the end of the world, that sort of thing. But like, you guys like fish? I like fish. But next time I'm around, we'll talk. Something, maybe. I don't know. Oh, you're muted.
In that kind of wind chime kind of way, each one makes a slightly different sound in response to you.
I'm gonna nod my head, pretend I know what they're saying. I want to see if I can get one on my crew. Just nod to myself and head back.
Will-o-wisp on the crew, fuck it. You head back. Who are you waking up for third watch?
I'll get Lyre. Like, but I'm gonna go to Lyre
Lyre,
and be like, yeah, and be like, "Look, Mr. Lyre, Lyre, hey, Lyre, Lyre."
What?
Hands on my hips. You know, they say,
Why are you standing over me like that?
no, you know, it's just they say the early bird gets the worm.
I don't want the worm.
I'm gonna go sleep. Oh, right before I go, you seem like the type that's really into like the magical stuff. Couldn't tell, but you might. The Wisps were doing something really interesting. I talked to one of them. I'm basically like one of them now, by the way. Anyways, one of them gave me something, but I'll show you afterwards. So, good night.
Okay.
Okay, roll me a perception check, Lyre.
Perception. I'm feeling a 1. Sinza, I'm feeling like you and I are going to shake hands on this.
Oh,
11.
an 11. You can hear in the underbrush, sort of long, far away from you, the sounds of distant animals making their way through. You are out in the middle of the fucking arse end nowhere anyway, so it makes sense. Nothing catches your interest for quite some time until you watch as the will-o-wisps begin to kind of fade as dawn begins to break. And throughout
the night, am I able to just like sit here?
Yeah.
Tag it.
Sit a bit closer.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be warning you the way they were, Duncan.
Yeah, he'll Lyre will just sit and watch and just sort of look at all the runes and just
It's
feel
beautiful.
good. He won't interact with the wisps unless they do with him, but he's just sort of looking at something truly beautiful.
Seeing this piece of old era, like first era architecture brought back to life, still functional even after thousands of years, the remnants of a world that was wiped clean by the divine. It's interesting to witness it because the construction of it is so different to everything that you have access to now. Who knows how many more of these gates exist on Sith? How many are functional? You don't know. But perhaps they exist out in the world that you can go and discover them, bring them back to life the way they were. Bring almost more travel to common people who don't have access to this sort of thing. And as the morning begins to kind of dawn and light begins to break, each of you begin to kind of wake up. And you can take a long rest if you'd like. The kind of dull blue glow only really sits on the runes at this point, as the sun kind of overtakes any other lights. Those dancing lights are now dissipated. But it's the dawn of a new day, and you still have about a day's travel ahead of you.
Alright. Do we have a way of marking this location on a map? We can use Kaiden's map, or we can use...
You have a world map.
World map? Okay. If there's a way for us to mark this, that'd be great. I don't know if
I have put it on your world map for you, so you have a point of where that is. And you just kind of scroll it on in a bit of ink, so you know where it is. And you continue your travel. unless there is anything else people would like to do.
This signet ring, is there anything inherently magical, or is it just a signet ring?
Doesn't seem like it's inherently magical, but it has some kind of significance in nobility. It's very well made. It is tarnished. It's been left in the dirt, the sun, the elements for quite some time.
Okay, cool.
Okay. As you were traveling, who was leading the pack? The Kaiden?
Kaiden will go ahead.
Survival check for me, Kaiden.
Oh boy.
Can I cast guidance on him?
You can.
I'm just like,
D4.
you got this, Kaiden. Guidance.
That's gone from an 18 to a 19.
Yeah, you give him a slap on the back and go, "You got this, champ," and he goes, "Yeah," and he gets an extra. As you're kind of making your way through, it's a relatively smooth trip. It does take it is off the path. You are walking through wildly uncharted terrain here. Lyre.
Just while we're walking and traveling too, Lyre's gonna sort of speak to the group and just say, Kaiden, we're headed towards 𝘏𝘮𝘯𝘏's domain, I guess?
Yeah.
What's in his environment? What surrounds him? What does he use in your battles against him? What's around? What can we use to our capability? Anything we need to avoid?
He'll take off the bark bracer he has, because he has a really nasty burn down his forearm. You can see it's been from lashes, tentacles. Well, that's from him. His kind of tentacles will burn when they hit you.
Okay. Does he have any magical capabilities?
Not that I remember. A lot of it was a bit of a going into a bit of a rage and just beating the shit out of whatever I could grab onto.
What about environment? Anything around?
DM. Anything specific that sticks out?
You remember it preferred water. It lived in, or at least you remember it living in kind of a cave system that seemed like a ruin of some kind. And the outside of it was kind of like the end of a river trailed into this cave.
I will relay that to Lyre. So not easy to get out of, depending where it is.
Right. I think we need to have a conversation with Sinza. Because hiding this isn't smart, Kaiden.
What? Huh?
Sinza doesn't like the water.
Oh. Shit. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
That's okay.
Sinza! Goes out of Sinza.
Sinza's got a couple flowers in her hands that she's just kind of picked up on the trail and is kind of pulling petals off.
Just so you know, this thing is surrounded by tons of water.
The flowers in her hands, you just see get crushed in her palm. She's still smiling, but it turns into this almost unhinged glare as she's staring at you, and she stands very still.
I forgot to mention it. It just kind of, I remember. Sorry.
Sorry, can you just one more time? What did you say?
Arsehole surrounded by tons of water.
Does that mean there's a possibility we're going to be fighting in water then?
Well, I hope not. I mean, I haven't had to, but yes.
Lyre, Sinza looks at you and there's that like knowing glare of like she's gonna turn if she goes in the water.
I can somewhat prevent it. I can adapt to his spells and make sure I can have a way to get you out. You just need to stay in my sight.
There's no chance of you using this spell that the thing that happened to a party member that left us is going to happen?
What do you mean?
Last time I was pulled out of this by force.
Not that. I won't stop that. I'm referring to getting you out of water if you are pulled into it or fall into it.
Oh, okay.
I will get you out of the water. You just have to stay in my sight.
Okay. Can we just make sure that I don't go in the water? That'd be great.
We will do everything we can.
I'm not going back in the water, Lyre.
I know. I'm not going to put you there. If we can draw this thing out of the cave, that's what we'll do.
This thing hates me, so I could probably lure it out.
It's possible, but we need to be careful. If Asshole and this executioner are working together, they're going to use Zani. She's big.
Also, is this a bad time to mention I can't swim?
What?
I can't swim. I'll normally just like sink and then just run to get out.
All the rocks that you're carrying isn't going to help you be, like, buoyant.
My collection.
Kaiden. Can we put them... No. So, let me get this right. If one of us goes in the water, they're gonna drown because they can't swim, and if the other one of us goes in the water
at the bottom of the water and climb it.
Kaiden,
And
roll
how
me a
long can you
history
hold your
check,
breath?
please.
He hasn't really been in the water.
get in the water.
No, that's an 11.
From what you remember, you don't remember the water being particularly deep.
Okay, so it's not that deep, so I could just walk out.
Duncan.
Hypothetically speaking, right? And I just need help because I haven't played a druid like this before. Air bubble. I can make it so that maybe like put it around their head so they don't drown, right? That's
Yeah.
what it's for. Okay, cool. Then I have that. I just want to make sure if that's what it was used for. I got this weird twisted like Avatar The Last Airbender where I use it to suffocate people, but I guess it's not that. So nope. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. As you continue walking, it begins to get dark. As you've been traveling all day, you are quite tired out from the long walk. And it's peaceful, you know. It's at least quiet in this area, but you're starting to see like the water. You've seen a few kind of streams are beginning to conglomerate to a kind of a larger dip. They're kind of all beginning to merge into a river, and it's again not deep. It's maybe at worst knee deep. You can kind of trail along the side of it as you travel for the time being. However, it's pretty obvious when you get there. of where you are. Jade, right off the bat, because you are a Simic hybrid, if you step into the water, this water is tainted. Something's wrong with it.
Huh. Okay. I'll let the party know that something's wrong with the water.
Frog.
Fuck.
Fuck.
There is indeed a frog.
Fuck.
Duncan lets you know there's something up with the water.
What do you mean? What's up with the water?
Yeah, what's wrong with the water? Do I know specifically? Do I need to roll for something?
It's almost as if it's been tainted by something, like almost like someone's poisoned the water.
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't say poison is quite it, but it's almost like it's warmer than it should be. It tingles when you put your ankles in it.
Oh, thanks.
I'll turn the party and I'll just be like, the water, it's a bit warmer. I mean, it's not exactly poison, but there's something wrong with it.
Great.
I mean, I wouldn't drink of it if I were to you, unless you were to me. In that
Great.
case,
Okay.
later.
So what are the facts that we know?
Great.
Our soul is here. We know that. And so is the executioner. Maybe we should do some planning before we walk in.
And Lyre's gonna reach into his pocket and pull out a little mineral, and he's gonna wipe it across his eyes, and I'm gonna cast See Invisibility at 2nd level. Because I learned from this before. He can turn invisible.
Invisibility.
See Invisibility.
Yeah. You can see a series of footprints trailing into the cave. And they change shape the closer to the cave entrance they get.
Mm.
He's a shapeshifter.
Yep.
We don't know what he can and can't change into.
We know he can change into RV, and we know he can change into Kaiden's mother.
Can he change into creatures?
Doesn't he need something from them?
That's an
mean-
assumption. It's not known law yet.
Oh,
But what I'm saying is, if he has the ability to shapeshift into creatures, we might not be dealing with one asshole, but two.
oh.
And we also have to do this while making sure Zani stays safe. I have a plan to maybe help her. I don't know if it's going to work.
If we can, say, make a distraction, 3 of us make a distraction, and the other one gets to Zani, to get Zani out of there, do we then want to try and... We want to kill this thing, right? But our first priority should be to get Zani to safety.
Yes. The plan I have, I don't know if it will work. I don't know the magic. I don't know what it is. But seeing those creatures enchanted by this entity, seeing the way it took Zani in almost a hypnotic state, it reminds me of spells like I have, like suggestion. So maybe if I can dispel the magic on her, she'll come back. And we could either have an ally or she could get out of there. So we need to make a choice.
Because I have this, and he'll pull out the scroll that Avi made. That,
How-
to him, seems like it works fine. So,
How close do you have to be to her to cast that?
Spell magic.
60 feet?
I believe so. I'm just double checking so I don't give you the
It's 60
roll.
or 30 is one of those two.
120 feet.
Even
Dang.
better. It's quite the distance.
I can go
We
the
go
distance.
the distance.
But
I need everyone to make me a whiz save.
Shit.
No.
How about no, Toby?
I don't want to.
Oh,
Let's
rolling
make
game.
saves.
Yes, I'll make that.
Yeah.
Wisdom. Where is wisdom?
Roll in the foundry, make it easier.
Oh, thank God.
How do you? Oh, there it is. Shit.
Oh,
Oh, no.
fuck.
So guys, it's gonna be great. We're going to.
Lyre.
Lyre. Just to double check what you have in your inventory.
What?
Wait, I have a ring of psychic resistance. Does that do anything here?
Psychic resistance doesn't help with the whiz save.
Wait, I have advantages against spells and other magical effects.
Alright, roll again.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah, go Snake Boyo.
Should have saved the inspiration.
It's
the same roll.
It's the same.
Yeah, if only I had inspiration.
As you're talking, for a moment it feels like there is something wrapping its hands around the inside of your head. And it's uncomfortable.
Lyre?
Okay.
Come and dance, little 𝘏𝘮𝘭𝘥.
Do I just start walking? What's going on?
You hear it. It has probed into your brain, and you hear it clear as day, like he's stood next to you.
Can I get a sense that that was my dream entity?
It was indeed.
The executioner knows we're here. He's just spoke into my mind.
To what end will this lead, little 𝘏𝘮𝘭𝘥? I'm watching you. I've been watching you for years. The hunter finds its prey, as the Beastmaster commands.
You'll see Lyre get that look in his eye where all the curiosity, all the wonder, and the thirst for knowledge leaves. And you can see he's angry.
Come and join the hunt.
What are we doing?
He's talking to you guys.
I don't. Well, you're not going to be able to surprise him.
No.
I was thinking of summoning maybe an animal to go scout, but
They know we're here.
I don't really have anything that could scout ahead. Duncan, do you have anything that could help us here?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and cast my elevated sight because I can put it pretty far.
how's that work?
Elevated sight goes directly above you, skyward.
Shit.
So you can see all around you if you cast that. But not inside the cave.
Okay. So question. So is it like, are we trying to fight this guy, find this guy? What's our deal? Like, out of character, so I know.
Out of character, we're gonna find Zani. Zani is our priority. Dispel magic on Zani is our priority.
Okay.
That's something Lyre can do. And then we're gonna try and, I guess, we want to try and kill this guy. Kill the
We're
executioner.
gonna have to kill him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude's gotta die. Dude's
no,
gotta die.
He's
Gotta
gotta
get
die.
Zani is priority. Keep Zani safe.
Okay, can I do
has-
this?
He has
I-
power kill.
I personally
Yes.
don't care if arsehole lives or dies. Personally,
As long as we get rid of the executioner.
Do
It is the hag's
okay,
pet, though.
can I make an argument here?
I can come back.
Can I make an argument here? Because I know Zani from our time together a little bit.
Yeah, you know enough about something.
Is there something specifically on her that I would recognize and remember? I'll roll a history check or anything like that.
Ooh.
Because while
daggers.
okay, if I'm familiar with that, can I cast locate object?
You can indeed.
Yo, solid shout, Jade.
You
Okay.
immediately get a very strong ping inside the cave.
Okay.
It's not in the entranceway. It's quite deep in.
I'm gonna sort of ping that off, and let me go ahead and just remove that spell slot because I did cast locate object. Zani's over there. This is gonna point in the general direction where he's pinging it off. At least that's where her daggers are. Best chance we got.
All right. Look, end of the story is this executioner is after me, and I'm going to assume I'm going to be his main target.
What if he does that thing he did with me?
Then get Zani out.
Are you able to dispel that? Counter it?
I can try.
And with that, we're going to end our session.
Oh.
We're going to come back to this next
Oh my
week.
gosh.
God damn it.
Thank you very much for playing. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you
Next week, okay, bye.
Bye.